How does one overcome pain? Whether it's on an acute or substantial level, pain is something we face in our everyday life and have to battle with. Let's say someone broke their leg. They can't do the things that they normally would want to do that would make them happy. Let's say someone stubbed their toe. What if I told you these two people are feeling the same amount of pain? That would sound weird, wouldn't it? Because the person who broke their leg obviously seems like they're in a worse situation. Well, you have to realize everyone has a different threshold for pain. If the person who stubbed their toe, if that's the most pain they've ever felt in their life, then it will feel just like that person felt when they broke their leg. And that's something that people forget. That everyone feels pain in a different way, and you can't be so shallow to other people's pain. Even if it doesn't seem as significant as your problem, it can feel very significant to them. It is all about putting things into perspective, but when you don't have perspective, you can't do that. And this happens mostly with young people. When you see young people having situations that older ones would think are ridiculous, and the older people say, oh, come on, you're a kid. This is not a big deal. I don't think that way. I emphasize with everyone who has an issue, no matter how ridiculous or minute it may seem, I know how potent it is for them. So I don't judge. I know that everyone is feeling pain on a different in a different way, on a different level, and it's wrong to discredit people for feeling a certain way, because I'm sure there's many instances in your life when you've had something that someone would say the same thing. You broke your leg. I've done something that was 10 times more painful. So it's really about putting things into perspective. Now, another thing I want to touch upon in this video is a way to overcome pain, whether it's physical or mental. A great thing that's worked for me is to get around people and be in a social situation. There's been many instances where I've been in some type of pain for days, even weeks. And then I go out, let's say I go to a restaurant with my friends. I'm looking at the menu, crack a few jokes. I'll forget that I'm in pain. And then I'll catch myself. I'll say, wait, aren't I supposed to be in pain? Then slowly and gradually the pain that had recently subsided comes back to fruition. Now that shows the power of your mind and your mental state. It's no secret that the world is your mirror and your perception is your reality. What you think about yourself is going to have a significant effect on everything you are. Whether it's your posture, how you carry yourself, your tone of voice, all is indicative of the story you're telling yourself in your head about who you are. And it's very easy. People do fake it, but you can only fake it for so long. If you truly think you're a loser, people are going to realize that you are one, eventually. And what is a loser? It's a subjective thing. But if you are down on yourself and don't view yourself in a positive light, I guarantee you 90% of the population, if they're around you long enough, will realize it. So it's all about getting into a more positive mindset and realizing that pain is normal. Pain is necessary for growth, but no one should be feeling pain long term. No one should be feeling chronic pain every single day. That's not how one should live this life and experience it for all that it is and can be. A lot of times when people are in great pain, they isolate themselves, and I believe that's because no one wants to be a burden and put their problems onto other people. You don't necessarily need to do that in order to feel better and overcome your problems. Just by being around people who make you feel better is going to have a quick and instant effect on your emotion. You change your state, changes who you are. And how do most people change their state? Obviously through the use of things like drugs and alcohol, which is a short-term satisfaction. And what does all the studies say about, drugs and alcohol for people who are in chronic pain? whether it is physical or mental. All the studies show that it has negative effects on you. I'm talking about alcohol right now. Negative effects on you long term. So be around positive people, get into social situations, don't isolate yourself, and don't judge people just because you think their pain is not anywhere near what you face in your life. Understand everyone is at a different road and everyone has a different threshold for pain. If they don't know any better, a small problem can seem like and will seem like the biggest thing in the world for them. So emphasize with them, help them out, and